If you're a singer over 50 and you feel like you run out of air faster than you used to, that phrases you used to sing in one breath now need two, the ends of your lines start to run out of gas, your voice gets thin. Well, I don't want you to panic. This is obviously not the end of your singing, but it is a signal that your breath and your support need a different kind of training than they did at age 25. So let's train it. Why breath changes with age. And here's what's actually happening in plain terms. And I want to give you the real reasons, not some cliche that you need to breathe from your diaphragm. 3 things change as we get older. Your rib cage gets stiffer. It doesn't expand as easily. Also, your lung tissue loses some of its natural springiness, what is called elastic recoil. And that spring is part of what used to help push the air out for you. And the muscles of breathing, well, they lose strength, just like every other muscle in the body. When you put those together, you get a smaller tank of air with less help to send it out. When you were young, your body did a lot of the breath work for you automatically, and that is the beautiful forgiveness of a young instrument. And unfortunately, aging removes that forgiveness. It doesn't take away your ability to sing well. It just means things that used to be automatic now have to become more intentional. And this is the focus today. We will replace some of this automatic support with trained conscious support. Now, training is not magic. It doesn't turn back the clock on your lungs. Your lungs, your body are obviously still aging, but what it does is teach you to use the air that you have far more efficiently and to actively support your tone instead of just hoping it holds. And this is real audible improvement. And your voice can improve, your breathing can improve, and the body responds to training. And some of that elasticity, some of that freedom and range of movement can come back, just not the way it was when you were 25. First, we want to give the rib cage a little more room to move because a stiff rib cage is one of the things working against us. I want you to stand, or in my case, sit tall. Feel the crown of your head gently moving, floating towards the ceiling. And that length alone really helps open up your support and your ribs. Now, reach your right arm up and over to the left and take an easy breath into this stretched side. Feel the ribs on this side open and release it. Now, the other side, left arm up and over into the open ribs and release. Now we're going to put our hands on our lower ribs, fingers wrapped around the sides. We're going to take a slow breath and we're going to try and push our hands out with our ribs, not our shoulders. The shoulders stay quiet. It's the ribs that widen. So let's try a couple of these. So breath in. Good. Out. Good. In. Feel those hands spread out, push out, and then breath out. This rib movement is exactly what stiffer rib cages tend to lose. And that's where a lot of your breath capacity and your ability to control and support your tone live. Now, here's a mistake older singers often make because when we feel short of air, we try and grab a huge, high, gasping breath before each phrase, trying to get as much air as possible. And this does not help. It lifts the chest too high, it can tighten the throat, and it's actually a slow, very inefficient breath. With our older, smaller air tank, the skill is not the biggest breath, it's a smarter breath. And it's lower, it's quiet, and it's quick. Put your hand on your belly, let your belly be soft, and as you breathe in, just let the belly gently move out and down, like it's filling from the bottom. The air is low. We're not moving our shoulders. Our chest isn't moving up and down. And there's no noise. Your vocal folds are apart. A quiet breath is an efficient breath. If you hear a gasping, the folds are starting to come together. And then if the air is getting high and shallow, not good. You want these together, in, low, and silent. And then ease out. Again, low, out. Now in singing, you often just get a fraction of a second between phrases. So we want to practice the quick catch. So it's the same low breath, but we bring it in fast. That quick. It's a fraction of a second. It's quiet and it's low. Watch. That's all you need. The belly pops out. Your turn. Try it. Great. Again. That's all you need. This quick, low catch of the breath is incredibly useful for the older singer. It refills the air without the excess movement of moving the chest up every time. Now let's train the air itself. Support happens on the exhalation of the air. You want to be able to keep steady pressure behind the tone even as your air runs low. And that steadiness of the air is the first thing that often goes as we get older. So let's train it directly on the air itself. You can do this on a plain hiss. Or if you're a fan of voice straws, as I am, you can do it in a straw in water. You're going to take your low, quiet breath and hiss. A steady, even hiss. It's like a slow, controlled leak all the way to the very end of your air. Don't let it quit early. Don't let it surge in the middle. It's even. It's steady right down to the bottom of the breath. And that evenness is your support. So let's do this together. We're going to be tall. The ribs are expanded. It's our low breath. It's steady the whole way. What I feel in the early stage when I have more breath is I am pressing out with my belly. And then as I start to run out of air, the belly gently comes in. The key is it's steady the entire way so that you keep this air moving right to the very end. Another variation is to use a straw in water. This is a device that's basically straw in water, a Dr. Vox. And what I do, same thing, but I'm making sure the bubbles are steady rather than the hiss. It's great to do it both ways. The hiss gives you a little more resistance. This is a little closer to actually singing without as much resistance, but see if you can get them smooth and steady both ways. Now we can work controlling it at different pressures of air. So we're going to use the hiss or the straw. This time we're going to start soft, grow louder, and then taper back all in one breath. I'll do a quick version of it. This graded control, a nice rise in the pressure and then a steady drop in the intensity, is exactly what lets you sing a phrase that swells and settles without the tone falling apart. So try a few of those. A soft start, build the intensity, and then ease back. Now let's bring the steady air to actual sound. And if you start to feel a squeeze, if your throat tightens when you go to make sound, you're just pushing too hard. We'll start with the hiss into an E. It's the word C. A simple scale wherever it's comfortable for you. C, 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 C. You can also do Z. Same idea. What you want is that flow of air is steady as you move from the buzzy Z or the hiss, the S sound, to the voiced sound. Don't make it too loud to start. What we don't want is C, 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 that the body responds to phonation, to making sound by wanting to push. Stay in control of the breath. S, s, si, si, si. That's the key. Then you can start adding other vowels. Sa, so, za, zo. Work your voice on different vowels with the S sound and the Z sound. See if you can keep that steady support throughout. Then you can start to apply it to songs. Just take a small section, not something too crazy challenging to begin with, something like C, 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 quick breath. C, 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 C. And just feel that steady flow of air. Start to really connect your breath to your singing and the control of your breath. As you work this, I want you to pay attention to what that feels like, to manage your breath deliberately. So it's not suddenly pushing out. It's not a panic as you come to the end of a phrase. And I want you to be sure to be kind to yourself as you work your voice. Aging is a natural process. It happens to all of us. It affects every voice in different ways. There's nothing to be ashamed of here. It's simply biology, and we can work with it. I promise you, no matter your age, you still have singing ahead of you. I've also created a PDF of this exact workout that you can download. The link is in the description. If you would like deeper training and guidance with me and my team, check out VoiceSchool.com and keep working, keep singing, and I will see you next time. Take care.